It's not a demon hiding under the bed, or a dragon flying up in the air, or a thief robbing your wife, stuff, or fortune. The greatest enemy you will ever encounter and have to overcome is your very own brain. It's all the negative talk you do every day to yourself. See, every word spoken, every thought in your mind, every just attitude of being negative affects your very own body, affects your very own decision making, and affects your very own brain. And it's proven that negative thoughts shift your brain in a way that it's not capable to learn anymore, that it's not capable to think clearly. So holding up negative self-talk, anger, hate, fear, depression, anxiety, all these negative feelings will destroy you biologically. So raise your guard. There are always two knights within yourself fighting for your body, for your mind. You have to choose to feed the Black Knight, wanting you to stay where you are, not leaving your comfort zone, not raising above average because you could be hit by something. Or you choose to be the White Knight with his shiny armor and his attitude to move toward the goal and push everyone around them with it. You have to choose to feed your fears, negative self-talk, or to feed your hope and faith. It's a decision we all have to make, and if you're not careful, the Black Knight will win. The Black Knight is clever and hides, so you can't see it directly. He whispers in the ear and counts on your weakness. The White Knight can only win if you support him. The White Knight can only lead you to your own greatness, to your dreams, success, everything you've ever wanted. If you realize you have to fight alongside the White Knight to defeat every black thought, every black word, every black attitude you have accumulated over the years. Every negative thought affects your own body and lets the Black Knight grow bigger. So choose to be the White Knight. Choose to be the hero of your own life. And choose to be the person who fights for everything he stands for.
The only thing that stops you from getting what you want in life is the bullshit story you tell yourself of why you can't have it. All people care about is how much heart you have. People will respect you for going out there and trying your hardest. It's not how you actually perform that earns you the respect of your peers. It's the fact that you went out and actually did it. That's the difference. Not being scared to fail. Not having fear of failure. And not having fear of looking stupid. We have this awful fear as human beings. We don't want to look like fools. Sometimes you gotta look foolish in the name of progress. By drilling it into your head again and again and again and again and again, until your brain just clicks. And all of a sudden, you're using the unconscious part of your mind, which is infinitely more powerful than your conscious mind. There's no embarrassment in struggle. There's just not. The embarrassment is in quitting. The embarrassment is in not trying your hardest. You gotta get honest. Don't blame the boss, don't blame the leagues, don't blame your job, don't blame the industry you're in. There's three things that you need to know: where you are, where you want to go, and how you're gonna get there. Those are the three things you must have to take advantage of any opportunity.
If you can't influence, you can't persuade, good luck trying to get your business off the ground. When you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to start a business and you're recruiting people, well, you're selling people on your vision for the future, your vision for this company. If you can't do that, good luck trying to get great people to work for you. Part of being a great entrepreneur is having that vision, being able to create the vision, and then sell that vision to other people, to get them to want to be inspired, to buy into it, to put in their time, their hard work, their elbow grease, to help you achieve your vision. But there's got to be something above your goals, and that's your vision, and that's inspiring to you. When you truly have a vision for your future that inspires you, you're going to jump up out of bed in the morning and feel great about going at life.
You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. I was a 1.8 GPA one semester, and the university very politely suggested that it might be better to take some time off. I was 20 years old. I was at my lowest point. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. But I continued to fail and fail and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Sometimes it's the best way to figure out where you're going. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Give everything you got. And when you fall throughout life, remember this. Fall forward.
I get just choked up just thinking about how terrifying it was. And so I found myself at the age of 41, just feeling like a complete failure. And I would lie there. And I would think about the lien on the house, and I would think about the bankruptcy that we were facing. And I would think about how much we had fought the night before. And I would think about the fact that I was unemployed. And I would hit the snooze button. I mean, why would you get up when your life is like that? Why would you? In the scheme of life, hitting the snooze button is not that big of a deal. But here's the thing about life. None of us wake up and say, today is the day I destroy my life. What we do is we kind of check out because it feels overwhelming. Or we check out because we're afraid. Or we check out because we start listening to self-doubt. And then we make these teeny tiny decisions all day long. We don't even realize it. A decision to not get up on time, a decision to not eat the right thing, a decision to snap at your kids, a decision to not speak in a meeting, a decision to not look for a job, a decision to not deal with your finances, a decision to not call your parents, whatever it is. All day long, these tiny decisions that take you so far off track. And then you wake up like I did, and you look at your life and you think, how the hell did I get here? And I was about to turn off the TV, and there on the TV, there was this rocket launching, and I thought, oh my gosh, that is it! I am gonna launch myself out of bed like a rocket ship, like NASA, right here, had launched me out of that bed. And I'm gonna move so fast that I don't think. I'm gonna beat my brain. The next morning, the alarm goes off, and I pretended NASA was there. It's the stupidest story. I literally went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I counted out loud, and then I stood up. And I'll never forget standing there in my bedroom. It was dark, it was cold, it was winter in Boston. And for the first time in 3 months, I had beaten my habit of hitting the snooze button. I couldn't believe it, and I thought, wait a minute. Counting backwards, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Well, the next morning I used it again and it worked. The next morning I used it again and it worked. The next morning I used it again and it worked. And then I started to notice something really interesting. You have about a 5-second window in which you can move from idea to action before your brain kicks into full gear and sabotages any change in behavior. Because remember, your brain is wired to stop you from doing things that are uncomfortable or uncertain or scary. It's your job to learn how to move from those ideas that could change everything into acting on them in the smallest moment. Because I went from getting up on time and waking up on time to shaking up my entire life. Because when you understand the power of a 5-second decision, and you understand that you always have a choice to go from autopilot to decision maker, everything in your life will change. You will be a different negotiator, you will be different in sales, you will be unstoppable in the gym, because you will realize the amount of garbage that you put in the way of your hopes, of your dreams, of your potential, of your confidence, of your courage. Everything comes down to the decisions that you make. We all know what to do. None of us know how to make ourselves do it. So the single most profound use of the 5-second rule is mind control. You can actually use one stupid little trick to push yourself to grab it. I wanted to change my life. And I think most people that are miserable or that are really like dying to be great and dying to have more, we want to change. We want to live a better life. We want to create more for our families. We want to be happier. The desire is there. It's your job to push yourself. Agreed. There are tricks that you can use that actually outsmart the tricks your brain plays on you. You can outsmart your own brain.
Do you remember why you want to become the princess, the firefighter, or the superhero? Remember the time when your thoughts weren't filled with negative emotions and concerns about money, time, or what people think about you. Remember the time when you were truly free. Go back in this state of mind. Think back how you felt as a child, where nothing more happened than living in the moment and being absolutely sure that your dreams will come true. And also remember the day when you decided it's worthless. And you're no longer a child, that you are an adult now, and dreams aren't there to be fulfilled. When you decided that money is more important than freedom. When you decided that reaching your goal or getting a promotion is more important than being honest or having friendships. When you hold back your world just to be safe and not be judged by other people. See, dreams are not just a concept to make you feel better and give you a sense of hope. Dreams are there to be fulfilled, so protect them, fight for them, and reach them. Remember your dreams. Go after them. Do everything you can to follow them, and most importantly, never ever forget them.
I'm not coach right now. I'm your conscience. You're in a fight between will and skill. I say will first because that's where you are. You locked and loaded with skill. You practicing every day. You putting in your work. You buying everything. You making the investment. You living your dream. You walking like your dream. You're surrounding yourself around your dream. You got mentors, everything. You putting your work in. You got your skill. Now it's a test of your will. It's a mindset thing you in right now. It's a mindset thing because your challenge ain't moving. Your mountain is not moving. You don't feel like you're making any progress. You're not physically moving when you see everything else around you and other people around you moving. You're not making progress. You're in the test of your will right now because life says it has a little more test for you. It's no different because we've messed up, because you fell off the wagon, you've been on alcohol and drugs, and you gave up on life, or you dropped out, or you've been to jail 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and you really want your dream to happen, and you're putting in your work, and nothing's happening yet.
Every transformation always gets worse before it gets better. It's supposed to be that way. When you embark this journey, you must know that it's going to go down before it comes up. But when it comes up, it's going to go so much higher than you've ever been.
The action of making progress is progress. The push itself, the fight, you get up and swing and miss, that's progress. You get up and you run at what you want with everything you got and you miss, that's progress. The effort of making the attempt is progress. It must happen. It can't do anything but move. You can do anything but make progress. You pushing and you're pushing and you're pushing and you're pushing and you're doing everything right. You're tired, you're exhausted, and ain't nothing happening yet. That word is what you're waiting for. Yet. Because I promise you, if you keep pushing, if you keep giving me all your effort, it will happen.
You have to be equipped mentally to endure this process. Knowing what you're about to go into is step one. Knowing it's an uphill battle, but a winnable one and one that's achievable. And at the end of this race, guys, you're gonna be more capable. The first step, guys, is knowing it's a tough road.
As soon as you decide to stop looking for answers in other people and miracles somewhere down the yellow brick road and click the heels of your mind and set your affections on things that are above, you could have been free years ago. All jealousy, all pettiness, all unforgiveness, all strife, all malice, all confusion, all blaming other people for your mistake. You got till midnight to get rid of every poison that's hindering you, every inflexibility that's stopping you from what God is about to pour into your life. Woe be unto you if you go into another year and waste another year with the old mentality while somebody's in the hospital begging God for the opportunity that you have right now. You better step into this moment.
I've learned to dream with my eyes open. When I see it, I get exposed to it, I want to be it. You don't have to be famous to do any and everything that you want to do in your life. Get out of this mind state of, I ain't shit unless I got money. Get out of this mind state of, I have no hope. I should stop just dreaming and having visions and ideas about my life and my career because I don't have it financially. Don't allow what you're working with in your actual bank account to stop you from dreaming and hoping and wishing big. If I'm not an actor in the movie, or an actress, or a model, or the director, I ain't shit.
It's possible that you can live your dream. It doesn't matter if you don't have a dime in the bank. It's possible.
Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, godlike feature that only the special among us will ever taste. It's something that truly exists in all of us.
Stop giving power to celebrity. Stop giving power to being the person on camera. Stop giving all the power to money. Continue to dream big. Continue to have hopes, ambition.
There's a certain delusional quality that all successful people have to have.
You've got something special. You've got greatness in you.
As a student of life, I believe intelligence manifests itself not through expression or formality, but through observation and genuine curiosity. Observing nature is always an awe-inspiring spiritual experience for me. I could sit and watch waves crash for hours. The ocean in particular reminds me how incredibly fascinating our planet is and how little we know, despite what we think we know. There's nothing more humbling than being face to face with something so much bigger than yourself. But I often wonder why nature inspires us, why we're in awe of certain scenery, and why we find these landscapes, oceans, and stars so breathtaking. We haven't done anything to earn this awe, so why do we feel it? It is this very question that leads me to believe our most inspired state, then, is not one of accomplishment, but of humility. I think we naturally fall in love with places that prove how small we are, places that humble us with reminders that we have so much more to learn, so much more to grow, that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. Our significance lies in such potential, in that quiet recognition of the stardust in our bones and the oceans in our minds, knowing that a new sunrise paints our skies every day of our lives. And by virtue of just being, by existing, nature gives us a free front row seat. It's like we've won the evolutionary lottery. That's why I find it perplexing that we live such misdirected, consumed lives. We could quite literally not exist at all. We could be nothing. We could be incapable of perceiving any of this. All of us are always just one unexpected phone call, one diagnosis, one broken heart, one newfound love, and one moment away from being completely different people with completely different priorities. Indeed, how frail we are, and yet how blessed we are. You see, those seemingly insignificant moments spent with nature remind you of what's important. They remind you that all we really have is our consciousness and each other. After all, what is life without either? I would say then that it matters little what we've achieved if those achievements are not also in service of others. The sense of purpose we feel when we give far outweighs what is derived from any achievement. And unlike a trophy which fades into darkness, giving has a glory that lasts a lifetime.
Do the thing you're afraid to do. Do it. It's not about feeling confident about going into the situation. It's not about knowing that it's going to work out. It's not about having the most detailed plan for how this thing will happen. It's about doing it. Courage. Courage is what you will experience and what you will grow when the doubt is there, but you do it anyway. So your problem isn't doubt. Your problem is courage. Doubt is going to be there, but doubt gets out of the way when you express courage, right? Doubt is like it's burned off by courage. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, do the thing and you will have the power. We're waiting for the power. We're waiting not to self-doubt any longer, right? Whatever it is that you're deciding that you want to do with yourself, that you're doubting your ability on, just do it. Fuck it up completely. That's another thing that you've got to get through your mind, is that success is not doing the right thing, and it definitely isn't doing the right thing the first time. Success is having the courage to move in the direction of your dreams, move in a direction that your heart is taking you. That is what success is, as you are progressively realizing that thing. People think success is, I've got a plan and I go and work out that plan. It never, ever works that way. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. But progressive realization means that you're doing things that you don't know how to do. You're stepping out in faith. You're being courageous. Your self-doubt will step out of the way when you build the balls to do the thing.
The world is like a ride at an amusement park. And when you choose to go on it, you think it's real, because that's how powerful our minds are. And the ride goes up and down and round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored, and it's very loud. And it's fun for a while. Some people have been on the ride for a long time, and they begin to question, is this real, or is this just a ride? And other people have remembered, and they come back to us, and they say, hey, don't worry, don't be afraid, ever, because this is just a ride. It's just a ride. But we always kill those good guys who try and tell us that. You ever notice that? And let the demons run amok? But it doesn't matter, because it's just a ride. And we can change it anytime we want. It's only a choice. No effort, no work, no job, no savings of money. A choice right now between fear and love. The eyes of fear, once you put bigger locks on your door, buy guns, close yourself off. The eyes of love instead see all of us as one. It's just a ride.
Make sure you live in the moment and work your butt off every single day. And I hope I inspire people all around the world to just be themselves, be humble, and be grateful for all the blessings in your life. And I'm truly honored to be your MVP this year. Thank you very much.
Your greatest hater is you. Your greatest hater is you. Your greatest fear is you. And I would just encourage you to give you a shot. Like you ain't never really gave you a shot. You know, like you've never given you a full year. You've never given you 365 days. You've never given you 120%. And I would just say to you, love you enough. You're beautiful. You're unique. You're wonderfully made. You know, stop looking for other people to validate you. Your essence, your existence is validation enough. You're here. You're alive. Success is all in your DNA, and I would challenge you to live up to it. It is so much easier to run. It is so much easier to give up. It is so much easier to quit, give in. I dare you to believe in yourself. I dare you to be courageous enough to deal with the real you and let the world see that unique, that gifted, that special person. You have to understand how much you matter, not just to you, how much you matter to others, right? And when you operate in your gift, not only do you liberate yourself, but you liberate others. And you force others to live a life that they never thought they could live. You be you and don't be nobody else. And you stop letting you get off the hook. You stop letting you get off the hook. If it was easy, everybody would do it, but I dare you to make the rest of your life the best of your life.
Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. Beyond the watch, there are ways out. There is a light somewhere. It may not be much light, but it beats the darkness. Beyond the watch, the gods will offer you chances. Know them, take them, He can't beat death, but he can beat death in life, sometimes. And the more often you learn to do it, the more light there will be. Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. You are marvelous. The gods wait to delight in you.